Hello everybody, welcome back for another video. Hope you're all doing well and having a great day. Going to be doing something a little different today. I've been receiving a lot of requests from people asking me how to invest smaller amounts of money into cryptocurrencies, and I sometimes forget that I've been in the market for so long that I forget that not everyone has a huge amount of money to dump into the market. I think a lot of us take that for granted sometimes. To start things off, I am not a financial investor. I am not a professional in any way. I'm just a guy making videos on YouTube. I like to help other people out, so this is why I make these videos. Before you put your money into any coin, into any cryptocurrency or any type of investment, make sure that you know exactly what you are getting into first. Please make sure to do your own research. You would not go out and buy a house without checking the walls, the floors, the electricity, or the plumbing. And the same thing goes for cryptocurrencies. Don't just dump your money into something because you heard someone else say it on the internet. So, pretty much the entire point of this is that the cryptocurrency market has grown dramatically. There are a lot of new people who are looking to get into cryptocurrencies. And a lot of times, because we do have 1,584 currencies right now, it can be a bit daunting to know exactly where to put your money. A year ago, this may have been a bit easier because prices were a lot lower than they are now. And for the kind of the same reason, you putting $100 into Bitcoin when it's $8,869 doesn't really make much sense because you won't make as much profit as it would be if you put it into a coin that has a smaller dollar amount at the moment. So I'm going to be going over 5 coins that I think are safe bets when it comes to putting your money into cryptocurrencies. Cryptocurrencies, if you do not know, is a very high risk, extremely high risk investment. It's more so than the stock market or anything else that I've put my money into. But because there's such a high risk, there's also a high chance for a high reward. Like I said, please do your own research. I cannot repeat this enough. There are a lot of coins that I do believe, me personally, are still extremely undervalued because of what is happening in the market and exactly where the market is heading as we move closer to the summer and as we move closer to the end of 2018. This is a year of regulations, and as regulations start getting passed through the entire market, certain coins will exceed more than others, or at least this is my firm belief. To start things off, we all know the saying. This one goes, if you put $100 into Bitcoin in 2010, it is now worth $75 million today. This was actually written on May 23rd of 2017 when the price of Bitcoin was $2,200. So this would literally be one-third. This is $260 million if you had put $100 into Bitcoin in 2010. I know it hurts. We've had this discussion before on the channel. We all wish that we had a time machine to go back there. But just to put this into perspective, I'm very glad that I found this website. Around exactly a year ago, the Ethereum is the number 2 coin on the market right now because of what the coin does. I will not go into it in this video too much because I'm not going to be talking about Ethereum. But just to put it into perspective, exactly a year ago, each Ethereum was worth around $8. It's now $624. If you had $100 put into Ethereum, you would have gotten 12.5 Ethereum. 12.5 Ethereum, $8 each is what you bought it for. The total value of what you would have, you invested a total of $100 for a profit of $7,706 roughly around a year later. That is incredible. This is why a lot of people are into cryptocurrencies, because you cannot get these returns on any other major investment. You cannot get this in art unless you become very lucky. You cannot put $100 into real estate unless you are buying a door handle or a knob, and there's no other way to really put a small amount of money into crypto, into any type of investment and to get a major return back. This is why cryptocurrencies are very attractive to a large number of investors, because if you want to invest in any other way, it takes tons of paperwork, tons of time, and usually tons of money. When we can see, if we got in at the right time, we would have millions of dollars, or even if we had gotten in just 1 year ago, you still would have made a couple of $1,000s just from $100 that you may have had on the sidelines. Same exact holds true for Litecoin, which was the original child of Bitcoin, whatever you want to call it. A year ago, it was around $4 per Litecoin. It would have gotten you 25 from your $100, which would have given you around $3,648, a bit less than the Ethereum, but just goes to show that there is not one place for you to put your money in order to make money. That is to say, a lot of people believe that you have to invest in just one cryptocurrency or nothing else will kind of make sense to you and you won't make any other money. There's a lot of room in this market for growth, and there are a lot of different coins that show the promise of huge growth going into the future. First up, if you've been in this channel before, you know that I love Ripple. The currency is called XRP, for those who do not know. I like them because the entire point of Ripple, the original point of Ripple, was to be the coin or the network for banks, because if you're trying to send money overseas, it takes days. When you send a text message, it takes seconds. So their point is it should be taking you seconds as well to send value across borders or to your friends and family, whoever you are trying to send it to. The original price of XRP a while ago was literally less. I pointed at the screen as if you guys could see my finger. It says the price right here, price USD, it was less than 1 cent. You would have tons of money if you had gotten in early enough, but exactly where Ripple and XRP stand right now, there's still a huge amount of growth. If you are just getting into cryptocurrencies, this is one of the most hated cryptocurrencies because the idea behind crypto assets was this utopian idea to get away from banks and stuff like that. And this is the opposite of what Ripple and XRP are going for. They believe that banks will not die anytime soon, and therefore they are trying to integrate themselves into the system. They now have hundreds of partnerships with banks and financial institutions. And it's because of this, when you look around, or even when you kind of do the math, what it's going to come down to eventually, the price projections for XRP this year are floating anywhere from $5, so that's a 5 times increase, to around $15. And the craziest one that I've seen for 2018 was $589. Don't hold me to that. It's actually from a guy who makes photos and stuff online. It's a lot weirder than it even sounds, what I just said. But there are very huge prospects for this project and exactly what they're doing. Like I said, please make sure to do your research on all these projects because they actually are very interesting, and a lot of them are trying to take Bitcoin's spot in the #1 position. Next up is another coin that I really like a lot. It's called EOS or EOS, depending on how you want to say it. The entire point of this project is they say or claim to be an upgraded version of Ethereum. They call themselves the Ethereum killer. Ethereum is the #2 coin. And to put it as blunt and as honest as I possibly can, this is around the exact same amount that Ethereum was around 1 year ago. And the entire idea behind this is that they want to build dApps or decentralized applications, so kind of like what you have on your phone, but on top of this entire platform, and they want to have thousands of them running through their network at the exact same time. Not trying to spend too much time talking about each individual project, but there's a lot of hype and enthusiasm around the EOS project for what they say that they can do. And at the moment, they say that they are able to process more transactions than Ethereum and Bitcoin and many other coins combined. And if this is true, there is a very big upside to exactly where EOS will be by sometime the end of this year. Current price projections are putting EOS around anywhere from $100 to $300 by the end of 2018. So that is a very healthy 2018. Yes. I thought I said 2013 for some reason. Sorry about that. I think I was looking at the #3 by the end of this year. So that is also a very healthy return that you could possibly have. I am not the biggest fan of IOTA for a number of reasons. There have been a lot of people who have come out against IOTA, but the IOTA project and the IOTA team is very strong, regardless of what is happening in the project right now, regardless of what may or may not be a fault in their project. These things can be fixed. It's all code and technological things that can be ironed out. IOTA they plan on, or what they want to be is they want to be part of the Internet of Things, thus the IoT, meaning you will have eventually at some point in the future, your fridge will be able to talk to your oven, which will be able to talk to your front door, which will be able to talk to your phone. And your fridge will be able to tell you that you are running low on milk inside of your fridge. Do you want us to buy some more milk? And IOTA wants to be the coin that kind of goes through all of this and tells you and your house exactly what is happening. So they have very big plans for the future. IOTA can be I want to say an absolute monster going forward. Like I said, I personally don't care about it, but make sure you do your own research because a lot of people do like this project. And there are a lot of upswings in exactly where this price could be. I like this website because they say, if you put a certain amount of money into a certain cryptocurrency, exactly where it could be. So they said if you bought $200 worth of IOTA today, you would get a total of 978 MIOTA, which is the coin of IOTA. Based on our IOTA forecast, a price increase is expected in the future with more adoption of IOTA. The price forecast for 2023, so that's 5 years from now, is $373 per coin. With the 5-year investment, the revenue expected to be around 35,000% growth. Your $200, or cut that in half, $100 investment into MIOTA may be $35,000 or around $17,000 by 2023. There's no other asset class that can get you returns like this. Like I said, high risk, high reward. So please make sure to look into what you're putting your money into. But a lot of people still believe that IOTA is heavily undervalued. And I kind of do as well, simply because of what they're looking to do and the community behind them and the developers behind them as well. A lot of people may not like the project, but they do have a lot of meetings and stuff like that. And they're slowly becoming integrated into a lot of systems that a lot of people may be using in the near future. Next up is something called Golem. Without getting too much into it, Golem aims to be the world supercomputer, as daunting as that may sound. They say that if you have leftover computer processing power that you are simply not using because you're on Facebook and the rest of it is not being used, you can give this power to other people who are working on major projects, people who are whether they're editing something online, people who are trying to make a movie, people who are trying to figure something out, some type of mathematical problem. My main thing that I like about Golem is that a lot of scientists are talking about using this as a world supercomputer to try and find cures for diseases a lot quicker. This is going to pick up very, very fast. I believe that Golem actually just launched their mainnet, so they are now online, if you will, a couple of weeks ago. So this is kind of where you see this major spike that we've had over the last couple of weeks. And I personally think even from its all-time high before Golem even launched of around $1.15, somewhere around there, that the price is definitely still undervalued for something that they're trying to make a world supercomputer. Don't underestimate exactly what that is going to mean and how powerful this could possibly become if Golem is able to do everything that they say that they can do. So 5-year projections for Golem are around $93 per coin from around 52 cents. And it seems pretty believable exactly that this could possibly happen as we go forward and more people start to use the Golem network. Because even the things that I just mentioned, there are still tons of other things that Golem can be used for. It's the same way when Bitcoin, Litecoin, and Ethereum were first created. The use cases for these coins are now far greater than we ever could have imagined over only just a couple of years later, because we're still finding new applications and new ways to be able to use blockchain technology. Last but not least is a coin called BAT, or Basic Attention Token. It is my firm belief, me personally, that the coins that are going to make it are things that become integrated into social media, things that people will be able to use on a daily basis. And this is exactly what BAT aims to do. They want to be the coin that people are using on social media platforms. They want to be able to, if you are watching someone's video on YouTube, if you are watching someone's video anywhere, if you like their blog, if you like their live stream, you go, I like this. And instead of you sending them throwing pennies at the screen, you can just send BAT instead, and it's actually integrated into this browser that I'm using right now called Brave. I believe you're also able to send people money on YouTube through the Brave browser. You can send them BAT as well. So as this begins or continues to pick up and more people get into this, I think this can become very, very big in the future. Once again, this is a video on a lot of people don't want to throw tons of money into investments, especially things that they are not sure about. A lot of people are new to investing, so I think $100 is it's an okay amount to start throwing into cryptocurrencies if you would like to get into the system. If you are unsure about getting into cryptocurrencies, maybe even only do $50. You don't have to dump tons and tons of money into these projects in order to simply make money, like I showed you before from the other projections over the last year, literally the last 365 days or so. But cryptocurrencies are very interesting, and it's something that I think is going to take a lot of people by surprise because they don't understand exactly what a lot of these coins are planning on doing. Just because I told you these 5 coins, that does not mean that there are not other coins out there that could potentially have a bright future as well. But a lot of the coins that I could have told you about a year ago are now 400, 275, etc., going on. But yeah, tell me if you believe I missed any coins. Please, not any pump and dump coins. A lot of people continue posting things in the comment section, coins that aren't even real. They're just trying to make quick gains. I made this video because I do want to help people who are looking to get into the cryptocurrency space. Once again, tell me if I missed anything. I really, really hope that I helped. I will try to make another one of these, I guess in about maybe about 2 or 3 weeks to see if I can cover any other coins and maybe go a bit more in depth on them as well. But to finish this off, please make sure to do your own research. Cryptocurrencies is a very exciting space. So even read up on the things if you're looking to get into them as well. This video may not have been for people who follow me normally, but for anyone who is new, I hope that I helped out, and I hope that over the next couple of years, I could potentially make you a couple $1,000s. Thank you once again for all your support. Thank you once again. I hope you guys are having a great day wherever you are, wherever you might be, whatever you might be doing. Thank you once again, and I will talk to you all soon. See you.